With the market already giving different opportunity, in this video I'll be looking and diving deeper into the opportunities that could be available to us in the course of the remaining days of this week. We'll be looking at the DXY, the EURUSD, the GBPUSD, the GBPCHF, crude oil, and BTC USD. BTC USD is now uh, I'll say the new pair we've added to the list. So from now on, we'll be talking about BTC USD and we'll be paying attention to possible opportunities coming that. So BTC USD is basically Bitcoin against the dollar. So without wasting much of our time, let's start off with the DXY. I believe if you've been following our weekly outlook, you would remember this zone right here, this supply zone. This is the weekly supply that we talked about during our previous outlook, which is right here. And as you can see, after we had our first bearish day on Friday right here last week, the market opened on Monday and we ended up closing above that, and that gave us a rally. This is a base and this is a rally. So right here I'll be paying attention to this base to see if price eventually make its way down back to this base point, and probably we could see a reaction coming off that. So we could see price pull back and continue to the upside. Now what I'm more concerned about is, are we going to see price take away this supply and then move into even the extreme supply zone, which is above right here? Are we seeing a situation where price is going to pull into this supply point here before it starts dropping? I think that's probably what we might experience in the market in the coming days. So right now, basically I'm still bullish on the dollar on intraday on my intraday trading. I'm strictly bullish on the dollar. I'm not doing anything else right now since the dollar just keeps pushing to the upside. As you can see, Monday was bullish, Tuesday a little bit bullish, and Wednesday we're already advancing more to the upside. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see whether there are any opportunities that I might be looking at. Now obviously, if price, as you can see, I've already aligned myself. If price pulls back here and on the lower time frame we see any sort of lower time frame shift, I'll be looking to continue moving the dollar to the upside, because I don't want to be trying to sell this, considering the fact that each time the dollar pull back, I talked about waiting to see if this level gets taken out during the weekend in our weekly outlook, and you can see price put back into that demand, and what happened, we've continued pushing to the upside. So basically I'll be waiting to see if the dollar takes out this demand level, although I'll be paying more attention to this demand level, considering the fact that it aligns with our daily base. So I'll be paying more attention to this demand level. So if I see price drop, closes below this 4-hour zone, which is right here, this 4-hour demand, I'm still going to want to see price even go even deeper to this point and close below before I would flip bearish. But for now, I'm buying the dollar and doing nothing more than buying the dollar. Now going to the next pair, which is EURUSD, you can see clearly that EURUSD also, since the dollar is pushing to the upside, automatically EURUSD keeps pushing to the downside, and EURUSD is about to breach this weekly demand zone that we have right here. Let's go to the weekly time frame. You can clearly see EURUSD is trying to breach that weekly demand zone that we've been talking about. Clearly seems we might be breaching this zone this week, but it's left for the market to show us what it's willing to do. So what would I be looking to do right here? As you can see, we have a similar scenario with the euro. We have our drop, we have a drop, we have a base, this is our base, and now we are getting another drop. So basically what I'll be looking at right here is to see pullbacks getting into this point, and waiting for opportunity to go short. The only time I'll start going long on the euro is when I have a candle close above this level of supply. If I don't get a candle close above this level of supply, the only thing I'll be doing on the euro is to keep selling. I'm definitely not looking for buying opportunity on this yet until we eventually align properly, a higher time frame or aligns properly. So basically on the euro, I am selling for now and I'm doing nothing more than waiting for sell. So basically I'm just waiting for a pullback into this deep zone, looking for opportunity to go short, and then I'll just join the sell. So basically that's what I am doing on the euro. On the pound, last week in during our weekly outlook during the weekend, I talked about pound, and as you can see, pound, we are finally seeing a candle bridging this previous level of demand. And now, as I said, in a couple of weeks we'll be looking at price targeting demands like this base and this extreme demand level. So those are going to be the points we believe liquidity should be drawn to. Now, what opportunity would I be looking at? Last week I talked about this supply zone. I told you that the only time I'll be looking to buy is when we get a bridge above this supply zone, which we did not see. Instead, we saw price pull into the zone, and now we've already taken out this low. So now what am I waiting for? I am still on the sell side on the pound. So I'll basically be waiting for a pullback and wait to see on the lower time frame if I get an alignment to continue selling the pound USD. But if we get a candle close above this level of supply, I'll be looking at opportunities to go long. But for now, I am selling. I'm bearish on the pound. Our next pair is the CHF, GBPCHF. GBPCHF, I told you guys that I'll be looking into this zone to buy from. Although yesterday I took a buy right here using this internal demand zone, which eventually happened to be a loss. And right now as I speak, I am equally, because I'm not going to hide trades I'm taking from you guys. Right now you can see this is the loss I took yesterday right here. I took a loss, and today I'm in this buy right now. This is a buy I am in at the moment. As you can see, it's at my entry point. So let me just quickly tell you why I am looking or I am in this buy. It is basically simple. I told you guys about this high and this low, and I told you that if we get a candle close above either of the high or low, I'll be looking towards the direction where we have a break. Last week we didn't have a huge break, we had a slight break, and then price came down, although we had a little bit of bullish close, body candle close above this previous high that we've been stuck in. And by the time price eventually got into this point, I tried buying, but that didn't work out yesterday. It took a loss, and today price eventually got to my extreme point, and I waited for a 1 hour shift in direction, similarly to what I did yesterday. I waited for a shift right here. I was just waiting for price to shift. Price shifted, and you can see we came down. Although the only problem I had yesterday was the fact that I did not see a clear liquidity that price could come down clear and tap into my zone on the 1 hour. But on the 15 minutes we had that. So basically today, on the other hand, as you can see, after we tapped into the 4 hour demand, extreme demand, we've had this significant push to the upside, and we have this level that was cleared by price. The reason why I picked this zone is basically because if you look at the deeper demand zone right here, you find out that when price pulled back here, price basically mitigated this zone right here. Now that is not to say price cannot come down deeper and stop me out. That is possible. Price can basically just stop me out. It is the market, but at the same time, you cannot erase the possibility that this could be a point where price is going to react from, and then we'll continue to the upside. So basically, I am in pound CHF long. Let's see how that plays out. Whether it's a good trade or a bad trade, at the end of the day, what we are here to do is to learn, and then we review. Even when we win, we review the trade to know what we did right and the things we did wrong. And if we lose, we come to the chart to see if we're able to do all the right things, and then make sure that if there's anything we did wrong, we are able to correct it on the next trade. So trading is a learning game for myself and everyone viewing this video. So that's that about the pound CHF. Presently, I'm in a long trade. I'm looking to buy the pound CHF. So I'm not looking to buy the pound CHF. I'm in a pound CHF buy as I speak. So let's see how that trade plays out. So I'm going to the next one is crude oil. Crude oil, as you can see, finally took out the liquidity that was resting above this supply zone. On Monday, I took a sell off this supply zone on the 15 minutes, which gave me 1:3 trade. It was a very quick 1:3, and funny enough, price reversed exactly at the point I was looking at, because if you look very closely here, you find out when price dropped, we came down, we took up. So it is not wrong to say that this is a 4-hourly time frame. Pardon me, this is a 4-hourly time frame. If you look very clearly, you find out there was a W pattern here, up, down, and then it was expected that when price come back to this neckline, we'll see a reaction. So I was very cool with taking that trade, even though I was monitoring it very closely, and you can see price came back to this neckline, and what we reacted back and took out that previous level of supply resting here, because I already looked at it that we have too many highs here. We have a high here, we have a high here, so it's basically just pure liquidity resting above these highs. And now we've seen price taking it out. Now what am I looking at? After we took out this high, I'm looking to buy into that daily zone. I told you guys that we should be daily demand, that I told you guys we have to pay attention to. So I'm looking to buy into this daily demand. Now I'm not saying this daily demand must hold price and push it to the downside. I am just saying it is okay for us to pay attention to this zone to avoid getting shocked. If you want to know more about why I'm paying attention to this zone right here instead of paying attention into the swing movement, then go watch the previous our last weekly outlook. During the weekend, I explained extensively about that. So basically what I'm looking to do right now is I'm looking to buy the crude oil. I'm looking to go for just a 1:3 on the 15 minutes time frame. I'll be scouting for possible shifts. So if I get a shift to go long, I'm basically going to take it off the 15 minutes. So this was the buy trade we took on Monday. So you can see price pushed up, we had this M pattern, we pushed down, and I picked my trade up, and it gave me a clear 1:3. People will feel like maybe I talk a lot about M and W pattern. I'm just telling you what I see on the chart. Basically, that's all I see. It's not like I'm a pattern trader, but at the end of the day, we all trade patterns in the market. I'm a technical trader, so basically I use what I see on the chart to eventually scheme out a trade for myself to take. So basically that's that on the crude oil. I'm basically looking to buy. Right now I'm not in crude oil buys. It doesn't mean the price can't just push down, take out this low, and continue further to the downside. But presently in this 4-hour zone I'm looking for buy opportunity. So if I get a buy opportunity, I'm taking it straight away. Whether it's a win or a loss, it does not matter. Lastly, BTC/USD for the first time. Last time, you can go and watch my first video on BTC/USD where I talked about the BTC/USD opportunity. I told you guys about this weekly high, even though we are in a range. If you look on the weekly time frame, it won't be wrong to say we are in a range. If we drop down to the daily time frame, is where you start seeing series of highs and clear lows. But basically we are just trading between this high and this low. Now you can see clearly that the formation we have within this high and low clearly shows us that we had a break above this high and above this high, which signals some sort of bullishness coming into the market. And I told you guys that after price push to the upside, the moment we make contact with this supply, I would be expecting price to start reacting, for us to see price push down into this daily area of demand, for us to continue and possibly see if we can break above this level of supply resting above here. And right now Bitcoin is dropping little by little. I talked about this 4-hour shift, that all I'm waiting for is for us to see. I took a Bitcoin buy on Sunday, which eventually smashed TP on early hours of Monday. Now you can see we finally got in our shift right here. So what am I looking at? I'm just looking for a retracement back into this 4-hour zone. If I get any opportunity to go short from here on the lower time frame, maybe the 15 or the 1 hour, I'm basically going to take it. So basically I'm just waiting to see if price pulls back into my 4-hourly zone. I'll drop to the 15 or 1 hour to look for opportunities to go short, and if I get any, I'll be taking it as we look forward to price getting into this daily zone. This daily zone is not the only point that I'm paying attention for Bitcoin to get to. It's possible for Bitcoin to break below this daily neckline zone that I'm talking about, and even come as low as this extreme demand zone right here that started the whole push to the upside. So basically, just keep your minds open, keep your eyes open, and let's pay attention to what the market ends up doing. So let me just quickly show you the Bitcoin buy. I took a loss on Bitcoin and I equally took a win on Bitcoin. Now this is the trade right here. You'll be able to see clearly on the 1 hour, but basically this was the loss I had my first trade on Bitcoin, and this was the second trade on Bitcoin, which gave me I think a 1:4.9, I guess. Let me just check it out. Doesn't really matter though, but let's check it out. So yeah, so this was a 4.9, let me just say 1:5, while this one was clearly a loss. So this is where we call it a wrap. Quickly, as I said, I'm bullish on the dollar. Any pullback I will look to continue buying, but if we breach this level of demand right here, or this one, I'll be looking for possible sell opportunity. I'm still very much bearish on the euro, looking for sell opportunity on the pound. I'm equally looking for sell opportunity on GBPCHF. Presently I am in a buy. Let's see how that plays out. And on crude oil, I'm looking to buy off the lower time frame, the 15 minutes. And on Bitcoin, we are waiting for a retracement to see if we get an opportunity to sell. Thank you for watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe to the video, leave a like and share, leave a thumbs up. It's really helps us grow, and it also encourages me to do more of this type of video. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Do enjoy your day. Thanks.